Welcome, traveler, and congratulations for picking up your Don't Panic Galaxy Guide to the X4 universe. This guide will cover all sections in order for you to expand and explore the universe. Links to every subsection is listed in the description below, and if you would like to support the creator of this guide, please press that like button down below, subscribe to this channel, and follow their Discord community. There is also a Patreon page if you feel so inclined. Please note that all our stations require you to be within 6 kilometers range before you can request to dock. Docking procedures are heavily regulated, and as such you need to ensure that you line up to the target landing area correctly to ensure a successful landing. Should you find yourself at a equipment dock, a wharf, or a shipyard which allows upgrading your ship, you can select the software and the docking software MK2 upgrade to ensure that you can auto-request docking as well as auto-land just by flying over the target location. Marvelous technology! Once docked, please feel free to visit one of our many friendly traders and check out all the wares. This is also where you can sell anything that you might have picked up in your journeys, as well as upgrade your spacesuit. This is highly recommended as it will make your travels so much easier. Should you find yourself in the position where 25,000 credits seems like a lot of money, well, I have got a tip for you. Get back into your ship and fly out to your nearest asteroid belt. Be on the lookout for shining asteroids, which will indicate that crystalline composites are available for harvesting. Now you can easily harvest this using your standard weaponry on any ship. You don't need special mining equipment, all you need is something to destroy it with. After you have destroyed it, use your tractor beam and suck it into your cargo hold. Some of these crystals are extremely valuable, and it will give you a fantastic leg up if you have just the right amount of luck. With your newfound fortunes, be sure to make some wise investment choices and go to your nearest wharf or shipyard to acquire a fleet of your own to build a sustainable income. Popular choices are of course the freighters and the miners, which can be set to auto trade and also auto mine for you. But if you do not have enough finances to acquire a medium-sized ship yet, you can always start with a smaller ship and have that available to do some trading for you anyway. When buying a ship, you need to specify what engines, what weapons, what software, what shields, and if you're unsure of which item to choose, there is an entire encyclopedia that'll explain exactly to you what it is and if you actually want it. Now be sure to select all the software that you want installed on your new spaceship, then add any consumables that might help you in your exploration endeavors. And finally, be sure to select a pilot as well as any service crew, which will come in very handy during your travels. Be sure to record your profile for future reference and be on your merry way and explore the galaxy. Space is vast, and as such you will need to scan down any points of interest. During your scan you will see purple ripples in space, which will indicate that there is some kind of an anomaly. Anomalies can either be gateways that will teleport you to distant sectors, or it can be something like a data vault, which you will need to investigate with a spacewalk. Now, in order to unlock the data vault, you will need to repair all the pressure leaks on the station itself. You do this by using your repair tool, which you can find from one of the traders on any of the docking stations. Now, once all the pressure leaks have been fixed, you will see one of the containers open up in the data vault, and you will need to decrypt the signal. The data contained in the signal contains valuable historic information which you might be interested in. There are also special crates to be found, so be sure to repair all the leaks and find those hidden containers that might pop up. Talking of containers, your exploration efforts might actually reveal certain lockboxes. Now these lockboxes are generally scattered around the universe, and when you do find them, you need to be very meticulous in how you unlock them. Pay particular attention to where your weapons will be landing the shots. You need to align it directly into the lock mechanism and then just fire one shot. Generally, if you do this correctly, the lockbox will open up and you will be able to retrieve the contents by using your tractor beam. At times you will also find abandoned ships which you can claim as your own. To ensure that your current ship is actually still part of your fleet, make sure that you have got a relief pilot available to pilot your current ship before going on a spacewalk to board your new ship. In order to claim your ship, you will need to identify and decrypt the signal. Once you are close enough to decrypt the signal, you will then need to request for docking.
Docking granted.
Requesting permission to dock.
Once you have succeeded in your docking, you will have a new ship in your fleet. Congratulations! You have just scored a lot of cash for not a lot of effort. Do take note of your hull status, as you might need to repair this ship, and also command your relief pilot to join your squad as an escort to keep you safe until you're in area of safety. For a more consistent stream of income, you might want to optimize your trading capabilities for your fleet. In order to do this, you will need to unlock all the information that you can from every single station. Initially, stations will only have a set amount of unlocked information, which your fleet will then utilize in making buying and selling decisions. Once you've unlocked a station to 100%, you will maximize your profit capabilities as well as have the chance of unlocking blueprints received from the different stations. To unlock information on a station, you will need to enter your scanning mode. Once you have entered your scanning mode, you just need to fly close to all the station modules. Once you're close enough, you will see that you can scan and the unlocked information will actually increase. Now, if you only do this in your spaceship itself, you will not get to 100%. In order to get to 100%, you will need to do this scanning with a spacesuit. Again, if you haven't yet upgraded your spacesuit, dock at the station, go to one of the traders, and then upgrade your spacesuit, which will allow you to navigate the spacewalk at a far greater pace. Once you have completed all the scanning of all the modules for the station, you will see that you have reached 100%. Now, along your way, you might find some additional signals. These station signals can only be decrypted by your ship's decryption method. So get back into your ship, and then as you progress to the signal, you will find 3 common signals. The one is a message giver, which can be identified by the orange glow. You can decrypt these messages by flying as close as possible until you have received confirmation that the message has been decrypted.
Are you interested in a
Once
job?
the message has been decrypted, these missions will be available from your main map area so that you can grab them at any given time. You do not have to accept the missions right then and there. Other signals are indicated by a red flashing light, which is decrypted in very much the same manner. Fly as close as possible and you will either decrypt some data, unlock some discounts, or gain some blueprints. Blueprints can also be purchased from the faction representatives. Now, these faction representatives will be indicated as soon as you start growing your reputation in the various factions. Simply dock at the station, then go to the teleporter and choose the representative office. Once you're at the office, talk to the faction representative to receive any rank or purchase any blueprints. Now, the higher the rank, the more blueprints and equipment will be available to you. Also, the more ships will be available in any of the wharfs and shipyards. Now, with your newly acquired blueprints, you might want to actually endeavor to build your own station. Building station missions can be highly lucrative for fairly small initial investments. What you need to do is you need to go down to Manage Plots section, and then from there specify the plot size you want. Next, click on Create New Plot and place the plot area at the desired location. Be sure to buy a license before continuing with construction. Different module types are listed on the left, and if you open up on the right hand side, you can see all the additional information as pertained during the construction. First thing you want to do is place a module, and once you have placed a module, you can then subsequently rotate the module to align with your visual preferences. Certain modules, such as the defense platforms, can actually have their loadouts edited, where you can then specify which kind of turrets or shields you want to apply to the module itself. Now this is also where some of the blueprints will come into play, so be sure that if you do not have the appropriate module available, you go to your faction representative and purchase the blueprint. Remember, all stations do require a docking area. Without a docking area, you will not be able to get a manager onto your station, and a manager is required before a station becomes operational. You might also want to add a habitat to encourage workforce, as well as any productivity modules and storage containers. Once you're happy with the design, all you need to do now is hire a builder. You can find a builder somewhere on the global map by just scrolling out and then clicking on one of the list items and right clicking and selecting hire. As a final note, you probably need to pay for your new station, so review the estimated cost and assign amount of money that will allow your manager to purchase any required resources. In order to assign a manager to the station, you need to dock at the station itself. Then open up your communications with your own service crew on your ship. Choose the service crew in question, right click on them, open up communications and ask them to work somewhere else for you. Once you have selected the station that you want them to work on, which is the station that you docked at, simply assign the role as manager and then confirm.
Acknowledged.
Congratulations, you now have a functional and hopefully productive space station of your own. In order to increase performance, it is a wise choice to assign a trader as a subordinate of the station itself. To do this, simply open up your property owned tab and go down to the trader in question. Once the trader is selected, simply right click on the station and then select the trading for option. This will now assign the trader as a subordinate for that station. All other commands such as auto trade, auto mine, fly to and so forth can also be remotely given to any fleet members. In addition, you can also go to any information on a fleet member and then go to his behavior tab to review detailed behavior instructions. This is where you can set up any sequential tasks for it to complete or define its default behavior. Now remember, your fleets will only be as efficient as your information, and in order to increase your information, you will need to drop some satellites near stations. There are two types of satellites that can assist you with this. The one is a normal satellite which can gather information up to 30 kilometers. The second is an advanced satellite which has a radius of 75 kilometers. In order to drop a satellite, open up your ship interaction menu, go to deploy civilian, and then select the satellite you want to deploy from the menu. Should you wish to reacquire one of your satellites, you will need to deactivate it first. In order to deactivate it, you need to be within 400 meters of the satellite. Once deactivated, simply fly over the satellite to reacquire. Any stations within range of the satellite will now make updated prices and production information available to your fleet. Navigational beacons can also be dropped, which will highlight points of interest on the map for you. You can also rename any satellite by right-clicking on the satellite and going to the information page and then renaming it over there. Should you not see the information page for the name, this is a known glitch in the system. All you need to do is go back to one of your other fleet members, then go to the properties tab, make sure that you selected information tab on there, and then go back to the satellite in question. Now the satellite will be able to have its name changed. Congratulations for successfully acquiring the knowledge contained in the Galaxy Guide. To show your appreciation, please support me on my Patreon page or join our Discord community, press a like down below and subscribe to this channel for new content. Thank you for watching. Yoken out.